Yeah.
I'll call to order the common council meeting of first one for 2025, Monday, January 6th. Roll call, please, Karen.
Lee Dashlet.
Here.
Casey Boer. Wayne Schmidt.
Here.
Midge Swedberg. Here. John Ortlieb. Kevin Schmidt. Scott Meverden and Amy Johnson will be here shortly.
Pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. Confirm the meeting in compliance with the meeting, so
Yes, it is.
thank you. Looking for a motion to approve or make changes to the order of the agenda.
Motion to approve.
By Casey,
Second.
second by Midge. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Everyone have a chance to read the meeting minutes, December 2nd and December 17th. Are there any questions? The motion to approve those.
So moved.
By Midge.
Second.
Second by Kevin. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Is there anybody out there for public comment tonight? Second time public comment, anyone? Three times, see nobody, will move on. Did everyone have a chance to go over the general bills and press their payments? Questions?
Make a motion to approve the bills.
No, second. Motion by Scott, second by Lise. Roll call, please.
Meverden.
Yes.
Kevin Schmidt.
Yes.
Dashlet.
Yeah.
Wayne Schmidt.
Yes.
Boer.
Yes.
Ortlieb.
Yes.
Swedberg. Yes.
See one time groups attending. Keep Allen. He's done that.
This is the annual Chiefs Conference, winter conference and stuff, and this year it's, based off of leadership and that's really good.
Motion to approve that.
Motion to approve. Second.
By Casey, second by John. All in favor?
Aye.
Four. Bunch of committee reports.
So move, Mr. Mayor.
To approve, Kevin. Motion to approve by Kevin. And second by me. Any conversation? Not in favor? Four. I think the application is just a placeholder.
Yep, what was it that, gas station, Class A, they did not, the sale has not gone through or anything like that, so when they decide that they want to open again, or they're gonna have to go through the reapplication process.
For the current owners.
Yeah, that their license is good until June 30th, 2025, so nothing there.
Full business,
Just a quick brief update, let everybody know where that's at. So working with Bayland, they have now turned the new plans around 180 degrees and moved the site, to the site that we talked about last, which is gonna be on Sunset and Rubbis, and turn the plans back over to Robert E. Lee, to REL, and Jared Schmidt has given us a draft. We're kind of working through the site plan. I'm hoping here by midweek, end of this week, we should have a finalized site plan of how that's gonna look sitting on a new facility or that new site. So,
Mayor, I got a question. Whatever happened to that committee that we had looking at this whole thing as a committee? Yeah, whatever happened to that? I was never that, but is that bunk or? I mean, I haven't seen any plans or anything. I'm just curious.
yep, go ahead.
Yeah, the plan is to bring that back together and look at it. Talked to Matt a couple of times, waiting on information, whatever was needed, but that's the goal now. And we just talked to her, is to bring it back now and have that group and maybe a couple of added people look at that plan and see if that's where, is that the point? I guess it's simple.
Wasn't the purpose of that to explore options for it? Right, and I'm not saying that it wouldn't have any merit to do it, but I guess what's the upside or the benefit to having it?
Having the ad hoc
Yeah,
committee
having
together.
those eyes on it,
A lot of questions I personally have. Some
Okay.
questions.
kind of fine tooth comb.
Yeah, there's even, I walked in one day, the chief, would like some space so he can use a wall. So it's not a done deal.
Okay, just the eyes that.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct. Perfect.
thank you.
Any other questions on that? And then the administration building, Pat?
I'm just waiting for Bayland yet to get a set of plans for it. Trying to pull on Jim on both sides here, one for the fire department and one for this. And I know he's been working diligently with the school as well. But I'm trying to get a set of plans. So, till we have a set of plans, it's really hard to chew on anything till we have something. So,
Has he given you any indication of what that looks like?
I'm not giving you a time because every time he gives me a time on the administrative building, it's like gets pushed back, so. That's all I have unless anybody has any questions with that.
And your new business? Secretary Casey, you
Yeah, you guys saw it's like finance personnel, it's just to receive the approval to send the balance of that Canosky fund for perpetual care to overlay. It's about half of what the loans are.
I did have one question about the fund.
Yep.
I think I asked last time amount of it. If we deplete it, does it go away or is this like, we get an interest off of something? Is that what the fund is? I guess I'm not.
It's interest, I don't know how much it is, it's in a CD is all.
Yeah. I have it in the resolution. By the time we do this, there should be about $59,000 in there. Once we use that money, it's gone.
Okay.
So any future, like if we want to do these, the other half of the roads in the future, it's gonna have to be saved up for capital borrowed for. Mhm.
It's a one-time, to answer your question, we're making interest on it in the CD right now. If we deplete it,
It's gone.
it's correct
Okay, that's
So you're taking the entire amount,
and using it.
and that's been, I don't know how long that's been into effect. Or
Okay.
not, but I don't know how much different segments of the city get so much. If the
Um,
library gets some,
that's a different one. That's the
different.
Knudsen fund.
That's the canoe.
Okay, this is what, just potential care one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so now
6, I think. 6.
Could be.
what happens when we sell grades now? There's a fee for perpetual care.
It's built in, perpetual care is built in the sale of every.
Where's that money sit there?
Is perpetual care built in this sale?
Yes, that's the long
Yeah.
cutting.
There's no money
It's
set
a line
aside though.
item,
It's
okay.
just a budgeted line item every year.
So that part of the sale of the grade, for example, part of that. goes into the long cutting.
It just helps cover what we spend in the cemetery each year.
Okay, so this fund then will be depleted.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, our perpetual care is never going to. I mean, we're cutting and trimming our own graves that have been put there in 1899. We don't stop cutting grass after so many years.
So then, this completed, then the city just has to pay for it.
Well, we pay for it anyway, so every time we sell a grave, right, it's part of the maintenance budget that we do for the cemetery. We don't, this was a one-time that was given to the cemetery to use for perpetual care, to do something what we're doing with it.
By Kevin, second by John.
Ortlieb,
Yes.
Kevin Schmidt,
Yes.
Swedberg,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Dashlet,
Yes.
Wayne Schmidt,
Yes.
Meverden.
Second one, resolution for the exchange.
Yeah, so this is the resolution, 12/16/2025. This would be for the property exchange. So the contracts have been signed between both parties now, and we are hopefully set to close. Or we don't have an exact closing date, but this would be the resolution to allow the closure between us and the property up on the west side of the city of Algoma.
Did John need the motion? No. Second.
Dashlet.
Yeah.
Ortlieb,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Wayne Schmidt,
Yes.
Swedberg, Meverden, Kevin Schmidt.
And then resolution 25, the sale of the parcel.
So this is the city-owned parcel that we own on Sunset and Felt, just back to the north a little bit. I have the CSM now done, that has been split in half, or just about in half. That doesn't come out exactly 50-50. If anybody wants the CSM, I have it here, and this would be to sell that property in the amount of $15,000. This is the resolution for the city to enter into that agreement. The only thing that I ask is this buyer, we will not be able to close till after we meet with the plan commission, because we need to certify that CSM and get that on file with the county. The buyer is asking, the building that he built or bought, I'm sorry, is a building on somewhere over by Lambeau Field. And he needs to get it off of that property. He is asking, it's a 24/50 building, and has to pay a pretty good amount of money with oversized load permits and everything, if he could move that building onto this property prior to us closing. If anybody has an issue, he won't be hooking it up to water, sewer, anything, more or less it's gonna be brought over here and set down prior to closing. And we won't be closing till after the 23rd of January. Yep.
He's seen the building, is that the building that's been stayed there forever? Could you make sure it's?
I can get some pictures of it.
We don't need pictures, just,
Sure, make sure
you know
that
what I'm saying.
it's not a cardboard cutout.
Yeah. Some kind of code it has to meet.
Well, he will have to have it inspected. I mean, it'll have to meet all of the state codes to be set there. I mean, eventually it's gonna have to get set on, concrete pad and everything else.
So if he brings the building over there, I don't happen, and then he backs out of the deal, we got to build it at the property, and then they got a problem because the building belongs to him, the property belongs to us, so. I see that as a little bit of a, benefit, it's a major hurdle, but.
You know, I would do that through the thing.
Yeah, I think we ought to have some kind of agreement that
that
says that he can move it over there, but if we don't close it, the property within so many days, then he has to move the building back off.
We own the building too.
Yeah.
Well, but you don't know what that's about, so you got to have something in there. In case something goes wrong. I don't think that it will, but you never know. The guy has a heart attack, drops over dead, and all of a sudden, oh,
Do you want to put that in the form of a motion? that we add something that he
Yeah,
has
add
to
something, I
close
guess,
within
to
30
the-
days.
To the agreement that, if he's gonna put anything onto the property, that, he's responsible to remove it, should he not close on the property for years, days or something. Heirs. Or, or the building becomes ours, if he does, you have so many days to remedy it, and then the building becomes ours, stuff like that. We'll get the motion or the-
So I would ask for a motion to accept the resolution, 12/17/2025, with the exception of he has 45 days to close or.
Resolution says January 31st.
Okay, well then let's stay with the January 31st in the resolution. We will close by January 31st. And we need to close, with the building being delivered there early or.
Yeah, and if he doesn't close for whatever reason, then he's responsible to either remove the building or the building becomes ours. He's got 30 days to remove the building or it becomes ours. Okay,
Works for me.
and I will move that.
I'll second that.
Motion by John and second by Kevin. Are you good with all that?
So I have a motion to accept resolution 12/17/2025 with the addition of the building needs to be removed. The building can go on there, but if not closed by 1/31/2025, the property owner has 30 days to remove the building. Or the building,
I call him the property owner, but the purchaser.
the purchaser has 30 days to remove the building.
Or it becomes the property of the city. I'll make sure it doesn't happen.
Second by Kevin. And roll call.
Ortlieb,
Yes.
Hoare,
Yes.
Swedberg,
Yes.
Meverden,
Yes.
Kevin Schmidt,
Yes.
Wayne Schmidt,
Yes.
Dashlet,
Yeah.
Amy Johnson.
Yes.
The last one. The comprehensive plan.
This is our engineering agreement with REL that we enter, that we will be using them as our city's civil engineer for the 2025 season. In the back of it, it's kind of their contract, their responsibilities. It goes through, and then the final page is their rates. And like every year, the rates do go up a little bit, but some of them don't at all. It's still very competitive. And I like to bring this before anybody or before everybody every year. If anybody has any questions that they'd like to see or not like to see with our engineering firm.
When was the last time you did an RFP?
2019.
I think it's time we look at, we do that, we asking a question.
I don't think it ever hurts just to do it. I mean, it's a lot of work, but I think we could put something out there. Maybe that's something we work on this year. That we have some numbers for 2026, unless somebody wants to see it earlier.
Pete, has the utility signed a contract with their engineering firm already?
No, we don't have any projects.
So you do it based on projects? I know, I'm just asking a question if it's time to look at it or if we just, I don't know how much will go up. I haven't seen it, so the rates attached, you can tell me how much they've gone up or. It's not like we're dissatisfied with Robert.
Yeah. $5 on a couple of things, nothing has went up dramatically if you put them side by each from 2024 to 2025 rates. Most of them have stayed the same. Like I tell Ryan every year, just the ones that we use, engineering, 1 and 2 and designer 1. Those are the ones that go up. The ones we don't use on the price list usually don't go up.
Just food for thought.
We do have a lot of irons in the fire with Robert E. Lee at this time. So if it's something we decide to do, that's something that I think we should work on and look at that for starting 2026.
I don't.
It's been 6 years, so
Yeah,
I think every 5 years we should probably do that.
And then
We'll put it off for next year.
But then on the list.
This keeps everybody
Well, you gotta
at a
do
reasonable price.
Yeah. I'll make a motion then to approve this for 2025.
By Lee, second by Lee.
Swedberg,
Yes.
Kevin Schmidt,
Yes.
Dash Johnson,
Yes.
Meverden, Wayne Schmidt,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Wortley.
A couple things I have, not a whole lot. The RDA block is moving, right along. They are on schedule. One of the things that, they are going to be probably by the middle to end of this week, they will have, 3 crews here. They're, everything stays on the schedule they're at right now. They want to be done with all the framing construction on that building. I think by February 17th is their end date. I'm sure everybody has driven by and seen it. There's still a whole nother story that has to go on, and then all the trusses and then the roof. So, but they're thinking by mid this week, end of week, that they would have probably about 25 framers here on site. So if it looks congested and there's a lot of moving parts down there now, it's gonna get busier. But they want to be done framing. They're thinking by the end of this month that electricians and plumbers will start roughing in on the interior. So it's moving right along. Everything is going well with that. Winter parking, just to reiterate again, November 1st through April 1st, winter parking is in effect. If there's snow, please get your vehicles off the street. Even the next day or 2 or 3 days after we get a snowstorm, keep your vehicles off the street. I know Algoma PD has been laxed and we're not, out giving everybody tickets, but we still are. If we're not plowing snow, we could be hauling snow. We're still picking up snow downtown. So try to keep your vehicles off the street, a couple days after a snow event. Sure helps. And keep an eye on this, on the Algoma Police Department's Facebook page. The chief kind of keeps that up to date of when we're gonna be out, try to, in front of snowstorms, letting everybody know. So, Aaron, if you want to take the 2025 election and the rest of it.
Candidacy papers for the April 1st, 2025 election can be circulated from December 1st until January 7th. They must be turned into my office by 5 p.m. on Tuesday, January 7th. So that's tomorrow for anyone who's interested in running. Packets are available for pickup in my office or can be found under the clerk section on the city website. Tax collection is underway. City Hall hours for tax collection are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 to 4:30, and Friday, 7:30 to noon. Payments can be mailed, made in person, or placed in the drop box at City Hall. The secure drop box is in the front entrance of City Hall. Forms of payment, cash or check only. We do not accept credit or debit cards. If you require a receipt to be mailed to you, please send an addressed envelope with a stamp on it with your payment.
With that being said, does anybody have any questions? Hearing none.
And I have one comment, something that, I'm discussing with the administrator, Jamie. I want to start the city checking, the real check in person. And I'm bringing it up now, because I will hang things on here, it's gonna put it on our website, we haven't finalized everything. But January 30th, it's 10:00 in the afternoon, and I'll go down to the news center, and have it volunteer as well this time. And it'll be open to anybody to come. It is mostly because of the people that think that maybe we're not as transparent as we could be. There's a lot going on and there's a lot of times we can't be. Hopefully we can get the communication thing going. So I want to start that chat room where it's not a meeting. You don't all have to show up at the same time. You can come at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, at 4 o'clock. If we all ask the same question, we'll answer it 5 times. Just to try to get some communication going in a neutral place, which is why we picked the youth center. Maybe it'll change, maybe the players will change, maybe the times will change. But I just wanted to throw that out there so that everybody is aware.
What date? January.
January 30th, starting at 2 o'clock.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
It is a Thursday. And that is all I have. Any agenda items for the next meeting? Any questions on that? Any agenda items for next meeting? Next meeting will be Monday, February 3rd. motion to adjourn. By Lee. Second by Scott. In favor?
Aye.
Opposed?